Real Madrid is the most important thing that happened to me, both as a footballer and as a person. Ronaldinho is a special player, but Thierry Henry is probably technically the most gifted footballer ever to play the beautiful game. If Giggs was French, Pires or myself would have been on the bench. It doesn't matter how many times you win an award, it is always very special. The only important thing I have to say is that my father never fought against his country. I was lucky to come from a difficult area. It teaches you not just about football but also life. There were lots of kids from different races and poor families. People had to struggle to get through the day. I may have had a lot of luck in my life, but I still need to find a challenge in the game. Zidane was from another planet. When Zidane stepped onto the pitch, the 10 other guys just got suddenly better. It is that simple. We are well aware of the task ahead of us in what will be a very difficult match but which we all dream of playing. Zidane is the master. Over the past 10 years, there's been no one like him. He has been the best player in the world. I have always said the French team is the most important thing that has happened to me. I thought deeply about it and I want to play for France again. It's only natural to want to select your best players, and there is no doubt for me that Paul Scholes is still in a class of his own. He's almost untouchable in what he does. I never tire of watching him play. My father is an Algerian, proud of who he is, and I am proud that my father is Algerian. When your own fans whistle and jeer, then you have a big problem. I have a need to play intensely every day, to fight every match hard. We were a family who had come from nothing, and now we had respect from French people of all sorts. Sometimes I don't know what takes me over during a game. Sometimes I just feel I have moved to a different place and I can make the pass, score the goal, or go past my marker at will. We must not let ourselves get driven off course. No matter what happens, we must stick to our natural game. I have decided to come back for Les Blues. Scholes is undoubtedly the best midfielder of his generation. You don't need a reason to help people. I once cried because I had no shoes to play soccer, but one day, I met a man who had no feet. I am proud of where I come from and I will never forget the people I grew up with. I don't know if we are the best team in the world. I am lucky to be playing alongside some of the best players around. It's a dream. Life is full of regrets, but it doesn't pay to look back. Messi is the Mozart of football. If you are determined and confident, there is nothing in this great existence that can stop you from achieving what you want. Every day I think about where I come from and I am still proud to be who I am. First, a Kabyle from Le Castellane, then an Algerian from Marseille, and then a Frenchman. Music was important. Football was the easy part. Everything I have achieved in football is due to playing football in the streets with my friends. Football boots are very technical and have lots of specific requirements. I am first of all from Le Castellane in Marseille. In France, everybody realized that God exists, and that he is back in the French international team. God is back, there is little left to say. Nobody knows if Zidane is an angel or demon. He smiles like Saint Teresa and grimaces like a serial killer. Zidane is unique. The ball flows with him. He is more like a dancer than a football player. I'm very inspired by him. It was my father who taught us that an immigrant must work twice as hard as anybody else, that he must never give up. It's hard to explain, but I have a need to play intensely every day, to fight every match hard. And this desire never to stop fighting is something else I learnt in the place where I grew up. Sometimes words are harder than blows. A Mediterranean city is really my culture. You can't get bored of winning. You can win 10 games in a row, but you keep the same will to snatch the 11th. You always need more. All of us at Juventus agreed Manchester United were the best side we met in the Champions League. They have so many talented young players and can only get better and better. Giggs is truly world class. I am supposed to set an example to young players. I love Madrid. I am happy to be here. I have been here 3 years and hope to be here longer. But I am proud of where I come from and never forget the people I grew up with. Everything Iniesta does impresses me. He could even play as goalkeeper. He's magical. My toughest opponent, Scholes of Manchester. He is the complete midfielder. My memories of events and games are fragmented. It's the first time it's happened to me and maybe the last. It's a strange sensation, not normal for me. I can't remember scoring 3 goals, even when I was a kid. There was huge pressure, especially before the big games. Not many people believed in us, but we believed in ourselves. We wanted to do something good and we did. The England team must always be respected. They always fight to the end. Zidane is one of the greatest players in history, a truly magnificent player.